Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Ash.
And I'm Paula. So happy you're here with us today.
Today we're tackling two tiny words that confuse so many English learners.
Oh, I already know which ones you mean.
Yep, with and by.
Two little words, but they cause big mistakes.
Exactly. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly when to use each one.
Before we start, if this is your first time here, hit that like button and subscribe.
We upload a new episode every single day, so there's always something new to practice.
And don't forget, we pinned a free practice sheet in the comments for this episode.
It has all the examples we're about to cover, so you can review them later.
Perfect for taking notes while you listen.
Alright, Paula, let's start simple. What do with and by actually have in common?
Good question. Honestly, they can both answer the same question, how?
Right? How did you do something? That's the connection.
But after that, they go very different directions.
Exactly, and that's where learners get stuck. So let's untangle it, one use at a time.
Let's start with, since it's usually the first one people learn.
The most common meaning is togetherness. Being together with someone.
Like, I'm with my sister right now.
Exactly, you and your sister are in the same place.
Or, she's traveling with her friends this summer.
Simple, right? With plus a person usually means together.
There's actually a fun exception here too.
Oh yes, the romantic one.
If I say, Tom is with Sarah now, it might not mean they are in the same room.
It could mean they're dating.
Context tells you which meaning is correct.
True. If someone says, he's been with her for 2 years, that's a relationship, not a location.
English keeps us on our toes.
Always. Okay, let's move to the second big use of with.
This one is huge for everyday conversation, using a tool or an instrument.
Right. Whenever you use an object to do something with is your word.
I eat with a fork.
She writes with a pen.
He cut the paper with scissors.
Notice the pattern? Action, then with, then the tool.
I cleaned my kitchen with a mop this morning. Very glamorous.
Huh. Very with. What about cooking?
I stirred the soup with a wooden spoon.
Perfect example. The pot is the tool that helped you do it.
So easy once you see the pattern, action, with, object.
Let's try one together. How do you open a locked door?
I open the door with a key.
Nailed it.
With also shows that something has a feature.
Like describing people or things.
A woman with long hair.
A house with a garden.
Coffee with milk.
In each case, with tells us what that thing includes or possesses.
So it's not always about doing an action.
Right, sometimes it's just describing what someone or something has.
A phone with a big screen. A book with pictures.
Great examples.
One more use, with can show feelings, or the way you do something.
Like, she smiled with joy.
Or, he answered with confidence.
The feeling comes right after with.
They celebrated with excitement.
You could also say, I'm happy with my new job.
That's a feeling about something, which is also very common.
So many jobs for one little word.
Company, tools, having, feelings. With is busy.
Alright, let's give by some attention now.
Okay, bye. Let's start with the classic learner mistake.
I learn English by watching videos. Not with watching videos.
Right, after by, we almost always use a verb ending in ing.
I keep healthy by exercising.
I study by reading my notes every night.
See the pattern? Verb plus ing tells us the method, how something happens.
Let's practice one. How did you learn to cook?
I learned to cook by watching my grandmother.
Perfect in form.
Your turn, Paula. How did you improve your English?
I improved my English by practicing every single day.
See? Once you know the pattern, it's automatic.
So remember, verb, then ing, right after by.
By plus a noun works differently though, and that trips people up.
Let's dig into that next.
Two big categories here, communication and transportation.
Communication first. I'll contact you by email.
I'll contact you by phone. Well, we usually just say call you, but you get the idea.
She messaged me by text.
All communication methods use by and no article, no a or the.
Right, we don't say by the phone for communication.
Now transportation.
I go to work by bus.
She travels by train.
We came here by car. Wait, actually that one's tricky.
Good catch. Actually, by car is perfectly correct for general transport. But if you want to specify whose car, we use in. So, I go to work by car, but I want to work in my car.
But bus, train, plane, bike, subway, those all use by, no article.
By bike. By plane. By subway. Nice and clean.
Got it. No a, no the, just by plus the transport.
Exactly.
Now here's a big one. By shows WHO did something, especially in passive sentences.
The book was written by Shakespeare.
The bridge was built by engineers.
In passive voice, whatever comes after by is the doer of the action.
This painting was created by a local artist.
If you flip it to active voice, a local artist created this painting.
Same meaning, different focus.
This is probably the most common way by appears in formal writing.
Great to know for essays and news articles too.
By also shows location near or beside something.
The chair is by the window.
Stand by the door, please.
There's a cafe by the river.
Close to it, next to it, that's the meaning here.
And by can set a deadline too.
Please finish this by Friday.
I'll be there by 6 o'clock.
Not later than that time. That's the key idea.
One more, by can show a difference or amount.
Prices went up by 10%.
She's older than me by 2 years.
Wow, by really does a lot of work.
Agent, method, transportation, location, deadline, amount, it's everywhere.
Oh, one fun one before we move on by with reflexive pronouns.
I did it by myself. Meaning, alone, no help.
He traveled by himself last year.
Alone, independent, that's the feeling by myself gives.
Good to know, especially for talking about independence.
All right, I think it's time for some practice.
Let's do a quick round. I'll give a sentence and you tell me with or by.
I'm ready. Hit me.
I write blank a pen.
With. It's the tool in my hand.
Correct. Next one, I go to school blank bus.
By. That's the method of transport.
The cake was made blank my mom.
By. She's the one who did it.
She's sitting blank her best friend.
With. They are together.
He learned guitar blank practicing every day.
By, plus the ing verb. Practicing is the method.
Coffee blank milk, please.
With. The coffee has milk in it.
Finish your homework blank Friday.
By. That's the deadline.
The house blank the lake is beautiful.
By. Near the lake.
You're really good at this, Paula.
I've had a lot of practice. Okay, listeners, it's your turn now.
Pause the episode if you need a moment, and try this one silently. The letter was sent blank email.
Did you say by? Communication method, you got it.
One more challenge sentence. I cut the paper blank scissors.
With. Scissors are the tool. Nice work if you got that one.
Let's also practice saying these out loud, because pronunciation matters too.
With the th sound sits right between your teeth. With.
And by rhymes with my and sky. Bye.
Short, quick, easy to say once you slow down.
Try saying this sentence slowly. I learned English by listening with my headphones on.
Nice. That sentence actually uses both words correctly.
By listening is the method, with my headphones is the tool.
2 words, 2 totally different jobs, same sentence.
Let's compare a few tricky pairs, because same sentence structure, different word, totally different meaning.
Ooh, I like these.
The video was filmed by Jerry versus the video was filmed with a new camera.
First one tells us WHO filmed it, Jerry. Second tells us what was used, the camera.
Exactly. Same sentence shape, different job for each word.
Here's another. The woman is with the dog versus the woman is by the dog.
With the dog means it's probably her dog and they're together.
By the dog just means she's standing near it, maybe not even her dog.
Small word, big difference in meaning.
This is exactly why context matters so much in English.
Once you start noticing this, you'll catch it everywhere.
Okay, now let's get into that mini story.
Alright, let's do a mini story now, using both words a lot so you can hear them in context.
I love this part. Okay, imagine it's Saturday morning.
I got up early and went for a walk with my dog.
Nice. I stayed home and cleaned the house with a new vacuum I bought.
Ooh, fancy. I walked by the old bookstore on Main Street.
Did you go in?
I did. I bought a novel written by my favorite author.
That's wonderful. How did you get home?
I went home by bus since it started raining.
Smart. I finished cleaning by noon, so I had the whole afternoon free.
What did you do with your free afternoon?
I cooked dinner with fresh vegetables from the market.
Sounds delicious. Did you cook alone?
Yes, completely by myself, actually.
Impressive. I ordered food instead. I contacted the restaurant by phone.
Ha, no shame in that.
None at all. Later, I read my new book with a cup of tea.
Perfect Saturday, honestly.
It really was. And by the end of the day, I felt so relaxed.
See, listeners. We just used with and by like 10 times without even thinking about it.
That's the goal, using them naturally, not stopping to calculate every time.
Let's recap what we heard in that little story.
Actually, let's do one more quick role play, ordering at a coffee shop.
Ooh, I'll be the customer.
And I'll be the barista. Hi there, what can I get for you?
Hi. Can I have a coffee with oat milk, please?
Of course. Would you like that with sugar too?
No sugar, thanks. Oh, and can I pay by card?
Absolutely, we accept cards. That'll be ready in a few minutes.
Great. I'll wait by the window.
Perfect, I'll bring it over to you.
See? Even a tiny coffee order used with twice and by twice.
Okay, let's review everything before we wrap up.
With think togetherness, tools, having, feelings, and manner.
I'm with my friend. Togetherness.
I write with a pen. Tool.
A house with a garden. Having.
She smiled with joy. Feeling or manner.
Now by think method, agent, transportation, communication, location, deadline, and amount.
I learn by watching videos. Method.
Written by Shakespeare. Agent.
I go by bus. Transportation.
Contact me by email. Communication.
The house by the lake. Location.
Finish by Friday. Deadline.
Prices rose by 10%. Amount.
And don't forget by myself means alone.
That's a lot of uses for two tiny words.
It is, but once you notice the pattern, it becomes automatic.
The more you read and listen, the more natural it gets.
Before we finish, let's cover a few common expressions people use every day.
Good idea. With, we have with pleasure.
Meaning, gladly, happy to help. Can you help me? With pleasure.
There's also with all my heart, meaning completely, sincerely.
And with care, meaning carefully. Handle this box with care.
Now for by the way, which means changing the topic.
By the way, did you finish that report?
There's also by far, meaning definitely, or by a large margin.
This is by far the best coffee I've had this year.
And by chance, meaning accidentally, or by luck.
I met my old classmate by chance at the airport.
And of course, step by step.
Meaning gradually, one stage at a time.
These expressions show up constantly in daily conversation.
So it's worth memorizing a few of them.
Try using one today. See how it feels.
All right, one more practice round before we close out.
I'm ready. Let's make it a little harder this time.
I traveled blank my best friend, but we went blank plane.
That's two blanks, with my best friend, and by plane.
Exactly. Company first, then method.
This dessert was made blank chocolate, and it was created blank a famous chef.
Made with chocolate, that's the ingredient, and created by a famous chef, the person who did it.
You're getting really good at spotting these patterns.
One last one, a tricky one. She cut the cake blank a knife, blank cutting it into small pieces.
Ooh, with a knife, the tool, and by cutting, the method.
Perfect. Same sentence, two different jobs for two different prepositions.
This is exactly the kind of sentence that trips learners up. So well done if you got it.
If you want more practice like this, tell us in the comments and we'll make a whole episode of just tricky mixed sentences.
We'd love that.
Okay, final thoughts before we wrap up?
Just, don't stress about memorizing every single rule today.
Right, notice these words when you read or watch shows in English.
The more you notice them, the more natural they'll feel.
Alright, that's our episode on with and by for today.
Thank you so much for learning with us.
Remember, the practice sheet for this episode is pinned in the comments below.
It has every example we covered today, so go review it.
If this episode helped you, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already.
We post a new English lesson every single day, so there's always something to practice.
Now, here's your question of the day.
Write us a sentence using both with and by in the comments.
It can be about your day, your hobbies, anything at all.
We'll read some of our favorites in the next episode.
Thanks again for spending this time with us today.
See you tomorrow for another episode.
Bye everyone.
Bye.